Good morning. It's 9 o'clock and 36 seconds by my computer's count. On May 16th, 2023, it's a Tuesday. And this is Windows Daily number 216. I'll go check on audio here. Windows Daily number 216. Got that. And bring up chat room. See what y'all been talking about. Chris Garrett, Avatar Man looks like Barack Obama. For those who are watching this in replay, you may not realize that there is a trailer that plays before my live streams. And there was an avatar this morning that, yeah, I think that's reasonable statement. Al J says, great trailer. Nick Poverman, at the bus stop this morning, I found a suitcase of little kittens. Shocked, I immediately called 911. They asked me if the kittens were moving. I said, I don't know, but that would explain the suitcase. I did not pre-read that one. So that was a genuine laugh out loud. And Nick says, I have a pen that can write underwater. It can write under other words as well. Thank you, Nick. I do appreciate those chuckles from you. Brian Lightfoot, my wife told me that I would never advance in my career because I procrastinate so much. Just you wait, I said. Another good one. Nick and Brian come in often with these morning wake-up laughter. Thank you. And Ken is acknowledging both Brian and Nick's contributions in humor. Brian, after today's show, I'll be gone for about a week. Gonna tip my toes in the Atlantic instead of the Pacific. Brian lives in California. He was down here for the dinner that Tim Sal put together and paid for, by the way, last week. Last week? Yeah, it was last week. Gee, we're almost up on today is the 2-week anniversary of that first Live Windows Training with Doug Betts meetup, if we can call it that. Nick says, good luck to Alex in the IT field. Ran Israel. Hi all, I had to pause the trailer to avoid the auto redirect. Ran Israel, and I think one or two other people have said this when they're watching that trailer, gets into the trailer, and they get auto redirected to another one of my episodes, one of my former episodes. That's weird. What are you going to say? It's YouTube. You can't. Past results do not predict future performance. Past performance does not guarantee future result. Whatever. Rand Israel also says, good luck to Alex. Ken Stout, and that's what the trailer was about this morning, was just wishing good wishes to Alex in his job search. Doug, why did you do a trailer about wishing good luck to Alex in his job search? Well, Doug, it's because I feel where he's at. That's not a fun environment to be on a job search, and I was just hoping to send out some encouragement towards him. At one point, the avatar, as I was developing, the avatar actually claimed to be Alex, and I am a educated young man searching for an IT job, and I thought, no. So I did it the way that I did it, which kind of, well, if you missed it, you missed it. I'm not going to explain it. And now, actually, no, that's not true. If you missed it, you did not miss it, because that same trailer will play for tomorrow. So when I schedule tomorrow's live stream, which will probably be shortly after ending this live stream today, tomorrow's live stream will have that as well. So all you have to do is go to a tab in your browser and type youtube.com/LWTDB/live, and that will take you straight to either my currently running live stream, which is what it would do now, or it would take you to the next scheduled live stream if I have scheduled it. Yeah. Today, I will be scheduling that shortly after ending today's live stream. So you can play that. You can just go to that address. You don't have to go check in just before the live stream is scheduled to start. William Dawson says hello from Florida. Celestia Guru. Hello. Greetings. Greetings all at 72 degrees Fahrenheit and mostly sunny. Where are you at, Celestia? I don't recognize that your name. I think this might be the first time that you've shown up here. Welcome. Good to see you. Hope you hang with us once in a while. Or every day, for that matter. That'd be okay. Selden Ball said, oops, wrong account. I got no idea. Oh, it was Selden Ball. Celestia Guru. This is a typical greeting from Selden Ball. I think Celestia Guru is Selden Ball, right? Wrong account. I'm assuming that's what I was saying. Dennis, DDT 2005 says, this is unfortunate. I inadvertently deleted the MP4 file for my video for today. We'll have to redo my video with replay files and a voiceover. If you're referring to your video for today, I'm assuming your Fortnite video for today, rather than the instructional video that you did yesterday for how to turn off the Edge sidebar, which we'll get to that in a few minutes here. Let's see. Hellos back and forth. Josh Kinder's there. Hello. We talked yesterday about Josh Kinder coming in today for some assistance, but I think he got that problem resolved. I haven't even looked at either the remote sessions or Zoom to see if he's there and waiting, because I think he got his issue resolved. I'll go ahead and bring Zoom up and see if he is there. Let's see, that says verifying. Oh, my remote control app. Since I have to restart it every time I wake this computer up from sleep mode, I have to do my two-factor authentication, and it just doesn't work right from the watch. The watch will prompt me for it, and I respond on my watch, but the computer never receives the authentication. So now I've got the Log Me In Rescue Technician up and running, and oops, I don't even have that configured right. So the remote connection is not even configured right. Josh is not there, which is fine, because I think he got his issue resolved. Why am I not getting Zoom? Oh, there's Zoom. Somebody said somebody thought, and I saw somebody say that when I'm displaying this, I'm revealing the credentials for Zoom. No, I'm not. The code, that just shows the meeting IDs. That does not show the code for getting into the meeting. So whoever was concerned about that, that is not a problem. Oh, look at there. William Dawson is in Zoom. Well, that's a surprise.
Just seeing what's going on.
All right, all right. Well, I'll ask you just to hang there for a little bit. I'm going to come back to chat, catch up with people. Did you have anything to bring, a question or anything? Or are you just hanging out?
Today.
Okay, very good. Then why don't you go ahead and mute yourself if you don't mind. Nicholas Hooks, Ken Stout, Ken Stout says that is Selden Ball. Mike Wojcik, hello to everyone. Doug guessed right. Yes, he did. Yeah, Al J saying good luck, Alex, in your IT job search. Dennis, Fortnite, the part that I didn't air. Yes, that's what he's missing. And Josh says, yes, it's all good. Wintermute's giving the link to the trailer. Yeah, so you could click on that link. If somebody's watching this video after the live stream is over, it might take up to a day before the chat room comments show up, so that you could get to it. And I'll just verify that. Yep, there it is. So you could go look at it there if you choose. Ken Stout, and now I have, whoops, priceless. Thank you, Dennis, for your help. And Dennis did give some direct help to Josh yesterday. Long Dog, I'd be here just listening while I make breakfast. And Dennis says Donata in Spanish. All right, so since there are people in Zoom, I'll go ahead and bring you folks in. You're not on screen just yet, but you're about to be on screen. So fair warning. You mute your YouTube audio if you haven't already done that. I suspect you have, since I haven't been hearing. So you're on screen now. Hello, William. Go ahead and unmute and say hello to the audience.
Hello, everybody.
And then hello, Ken Stout.
I don't know if this is going to work, but hello to the audience and William and Doug.
All right. And Ken, your show is going to be earlier than usual tonight, isn't it?
Yes, well, the normal show will be at 9, and then the last daily Da Vinci on this channel will be today. Redirect.
All right. I got the hint. I took the hint. I'm going there now to set up the redirect. I also saw you had a question about, doing a separate channel.
Yeah, I actually created one yesterday, and I want to figure out if it's possible to bring all of my Da Vinci stuff from the original channel to the new channel. I have no clue how to do that. I got all kind of questions.
All right. Well, my thought, when I haven't looked yet, but I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I don't think you can do that. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT, how can I copy or move my videos from one of my YouTube, how's that spelled? YouTube channels to a new YouTube, I'll call it a sub channel that I created. Now that's more wordy than you might do in a Google search, but I find that if you give ChatGPT more detail, it comes up with better information. You'll need to follow these steps. Create a new YouTube channel, sign in to your YouTube account, click on your profile picture, top right, select settings from the drop down, left sidebar, see all my channels, or create a new channel, so that's the creating part. Download the videos from the original channel. So this is going to be download the videos and then upload them. So that's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot of work. Now, I'm suspicious about why you want to do that. I don't want to talk about that now, but I was contemplating coming on to your show this evening, since it's earlier, 6 p.m. my time, and have a conversation about that if you're interested.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right, then I'm going to go on to the rest of the content that I have here for today's show, for this Windows Daily show. And I've got some things in my email labeled folder for today. Let's see, this was the private video that Dennis uploaded. It's no longer private. He said that he's made that public. So I'll go grab the URL for that. Let's see, does this get me to it? So that anyone who cares to can go watch that. And I'm going to also show basically what he was pointing out, because he did point out something that I did not. And so that was useful content. Dennis's video. I'm putting that into chat here and paste it. And the thing that was really useful that he showed up that we didn't get in yesterday's Windows Daily show was that the easy way to get rid of this sidebar is just down here at the bottom, the gear icon. Duh. You just click on that, and that takes you straight to this screen for turning off the sidebar. Was that a chuckle from Ken Stout over that simple way of doing it?
No, you neither confirm nor deny that chuckle was from Ken Stout.
Yeah. So see, what I showed yesterday is going up to this 3-bar menu and then to settings, and then over here to sidebar, and here you get to that same panel that Dennis shows, quicker, easier way, is this gear icon down there. So I did not realize that's where he was going with that, but that was very, very good. And it's just like a super duh. Why didn't I look down to the bottom of that sidebar and see that? Well, because I didn't. That's the reason. That is the full explanation reason. The reason I didn't do it is because I didn't do it. What more needs to be said? Oh, I was expecting some kind of a retort from Ken on that comment. I just handed that to you and you didn't run with it.
It's Tuesday.
That's a good explanation. Now I'm going to get back to my listing of emails that I had held out for today. Oh, yes. Here's another one that I misunderstood yesterday. A comment in the chat room from Selden Ball, and he's with us today. When I pasted it into an email to myself so that I could flag it for today, it does a weird alignment thing here, but it was at 9:12 a.m. my time. And he says, given that Big Beast has locked up again, are you considering replacing your video recording devices? And the way I responded to that yesterday was saying, no, I got like 5 webcams here. I don't want to replace all of them. What I didn't realize, and I realized it later in the day, is what he was referring to as my 2 capture devices, my 2 StarTech capture devices, because a few weeks ago, I bought a card to go in the computer so that I would have an internal capture card, and I did not wind up opening that because I had reason to suspect that I really didn't need it. That's what he was referring to. Now, the crazy, stupid, ironic thing is that before I realized, it was yesterday afternoon that I realized that, and I had just returned from several errands around town. One of those errands was to drop off that unopened capture card to the UPS store in order to return it. And then I came and read this and I thought, maybe I should have gone ahead and used that. However, redeeming factor. Here's the redeeming factor that I didn't kick myself so much over that. Is there was no lost cost to me. It's free to return it. There's no restocking fees. Also, I could reorder that same device and go ahead and install it and then still have my 30-day return period. Because if I were to reinstall it yesterday, my return period for that I think was expiring today. No, tomorrow, because tomorrow was the deadline for me to give it to UPS. Now, I'm not sure if that was actually the end of my return period, but anyway, that was my return date. Now, then another piece of this is that I have had one lockup with Big Beast Build when I did not have either of those capture devices connected, I think. But in that instance, that particular instance, the blue screen error message actually looked like the driver file for the capture device. Well, even if those capture devices were not connected at the time that I had that lockup, the drivers are still installed, and they could be responsible for that lockup. So replacing my capture devices is still on the table. And that's, I believe, what Selden Ball was really referring to yesterday, and I did not acknowledge that yesterday. So I'm going to pop over here to chat and see if he's got anything right in here that he agrees, yes, that's what he meant, but no, he hasn't said anything yet. So then I'll come back here to these emails and see what else I have saved. Oh, yes. How about this? This is kind of similar to what Ken and I were just talking about. This is an email from a guy named Ken Stout. It says, I created a new channel yesterday and have no idea how to bring all my DaVinci stuff over to it. Additionally, should I copy it first and leave it on my original channel? Thanks. Rather than address that now, my intention is to address that with Ken today, later today, tonight on his channel, because I have some more longer things I want to question him about, what his motivations are, what he's trying to do, and that conversation is not really the kind of content that I'm wanting to be putting on this channel, because my channel is about fixing computer issues, getting computers to work better for you, not about YouTube channel creation. So we'll talk about that on his channel. If you're interested in that, Ken, if you have that show already scheduled, you could put a link into that chat for tonight's show so that people can get that captured and go to it.
I got 10 minutes. Let me see.
Yeah, go create it. All right, then I'll get back to the next email.
I'll be back.
All right. Then here's a Oh, this is an email from somebody called DougBetts to me. And this is regarding the HP all-in-one that a viewer has been talking to us about, and I had responded to yesterday, and I thought of some more things for that viewer. Let's go find, let's see, he's not in today's channel comments. We'll get back to today's channel comments later. I'll do the HPAIO, search for that video on my channel. And hopefully this, I think I have more than one video there. I'll go to the comments for that video. And nope, that's not the right video. It was a different one. HPAIO, but that's the only one that showed up. Let's see. CMOS battery. It was HP all-in-one won't start. HP, search for that, won't boot. HP won't boot. No, why am I not finding it? Come on. Arg. All right, here's a way to find it. Yesterday's show was 2:15, right? Today's show is 2:16. So if I go to this one and then view it, and then here's that. No, that was Matthew Barnes. Oh, come on, where was it? Is somebody in chat directing me to that other video? VirtualBox. Was it yesterday that I responded to that? All right, enough of that. I'll have to find him later. Let me go ahead and make my comments to him. Something I didn't point out is that was a 2021 HP all-in-one computer, so it might still be under warranty. It won't start up now. Now, he connected the wrong power adapter to it, so we're pretty sure that he damaged it. It's a little bit iffy as to whether he can get warranty coverage for that, but might as well check. So check with, what I'm saying is check with HP to see if you can get a warranty replacement for that. And then another thing that I don't think I've mentioned yet is yesterday I said remove the CMOS battery and then put it back in, but I neglected to mention use a voltmeter to measure it to see if it has full voltage. And if not, or if you don't have a voltmeter, then just go ahead and order a new CMOS battery. Make sure it's a good brand name. Make sure when you receive it that you check the expiration date to be sure it's got, like, it should have about 10 years of life on it, of shelf life. If you buy an inexpensive CMOS battery, I have done that and I have measured them right when I receive it and found that they do not have full voltage, even that they're too weak. So you buy cheap CMOS batteries, they might have 2 or 3 years remaining on their expiration. That's why somebody is able to sell them cheap, but they may not have full power. I have come across some computers that will not start up if they don't have a good CMOS battery in them. That's not always the case. In fact, I think most of the time you could start a computer up without a CMOS battery at all. It's not clear to me when it's required to have a CMOS battery and when it's not. But I suspect newer computers might require them since we have all this stuff about secure boot and TPM. Those might require the CMOS battery to be good, have good voltage, and it's possible the computer won't start without a good CMOS battery. So that is more information to send to that person. Now what I will do is I will go back and find the comment string on the video that he originally commented on and put a link to this portion of this video to give him those extra ideas. I'm going to see if anybody is adding more comments about that HPAIO, and I don't see that any of those comments are about that. I want to check that now because sometimes when I put in these links for people to come and watch the video, we might say something significant later or something later comes up in chat, but the person doesn't watch the rest of the video because The people that are coming here just for the information that they want might not be interested in watching the rest of this video. Then the next one, let's see, you know what, I did that. I put in that thing for Ken's show and didn't pay attention whether that's a live stream or a premiere. Yeah, it looks like a live stream. Yeah. So then coming back, no, I want to come back to my, Doug, why do you keep pressing so many buttons? Just, can you stop pressing the buttons so much? Did I finish all of my flagged emails? Yes, I did. Now I'm going to check and see if I have any flagged browser tabs for today. I do not. And I don't have any chat room comments on my calendar because my new method of doing that is to do emails to myself. All right. And everybody has left Zoom, so I'm not going to go back there because they know that we're close to the end of the show. Then I'm going back in chat to see if there's any other things to comment on. Where was I at? There's the link for the trailer of FWIW, the Celestia reference, not the character in My Little Pony. So what he's referring to by his other YouTube name has to do with Celestia, the real-time 3D astronomy software program. I was wondering if it had to do something with astronomy, since celestial, such a close word. Jeff Ryman, hello. Dennis, do you take Amazon gift card from Josh? Very good. What a good idea, Josh. And there's Dennis's video. Dennis says yes, but that content is pro bono, meaning he's not wanting a gift card from you. Dennis to Josh, yes, but yesterday's video is free. Ken doesn't want to get put in the waiting room for Mike Wojcik. That's why he left. Josh, when I get some money, I will send you something. Josh, you don't need to send money for help always. It was very, very kind of you to offer it. Maybe another time Dennis will accept it, but this time he's saying no. So, Dennis, if you want to, yeah, what Dennis would prefer is go join his Fortnite channel. He'd like that very much. It's only $2 a month. Josh says, I do it for Doug from time to time. Yes, he does. And Josh has been very generous with that. Probably too generous. Please understand, Josh, you don't have to do that. Zeldin Ball, that's what I meant. Sorry. Regarding what? The celestial thing? I'm not sure. Anyone use disk drive PC? Disk drive. What do you mean by that? Floppy disk? Boot up on a floppy disk and then have a data disk? Well, that's the fun days. Or a spinning disk? Not sure what you mean by disk drive PC. All of our PCs have, well, if you call the M.2 drives storage, not really a disk, is it? Seldom Ball for not using more than accurate description. Oh, that's what you're referring to. That you are. Okay, no problem. Al J, I'm looking at a new PC, but with a disk drive. Do you mean a spinning disk? And Seldom Ball, what do you mean TY disk drive? Spinning hard disk drive, perhaps. Oh, that's Seldom Ball asking the same question. Al J, yes. So sorry, disk drive is a UK term. So you want spinning disk. Jeff to Al, I still have a laptop with a disk drive, but I'm looking to replace it with, say, a solid state drive. Increase in speed will be noticeable. Well, I just replaced that computer that I had on the desk Saturday that I haven't really told you the full story about because we didn't get around to it. I replaced that spinning disk was getting lower than 50 megabits per second of read and write speed. Was it megabits or bytes? Whatever Crystal Disk Mark uses. I think it's bytes. And the computer had some other problems and I needed to do some troubleshooting on it, and it was just so slow for me to work with for troubleshooting purposes. So I replaced it with a spinning drive. I did the SanDisk 1 terabyte. So now that computer is doing automatic backups. I was possibly going to do a wipe and reload on it, but I did not wind up doing that. What I wound up doing was doing a clean uninstall of Microsoft 365 in order to fix the problem. The problem was when she received attachments, Microsoft Word attachments, from one of their affiliate offices, she was unable to open in Microsoft Word, got an error message. I tried uninstalling, reinstalling Microsoft 365. That didn't solve the problem. I tried creating a new user account. That did not solve the problem. I see that I'm at the end of my time. I'm going to go over a little bit, and but it was so slow for any troubleshooting work. So I figured, you know what, I'm just going to say that the spinning drive is indicating some trouble since it's running so slow. It was still working, and there was this other issue. So I replaced the drive, and I'm just charging him for it, saying that the drive was questionable, marginal. Put in the not M.2. It was a SSD drive. Now this was a dinosaur computer. This was an old computer. This computer was purchased with Windows 7 Home Premium, because that's the label on the computer. SSD drive, it worked much faster for my troubleshooting purposes. I did a uninstall of all of the hidden folders of Microsoft 365. Microsoft publishes how to do that. So I did that, reinstalled, and it worked perfectly. Now, I have had a conversation with her. Is your computer faster? Nah. She doesn't notice any improvement in speed. Because once the computer is up and running, the things that she does, spinning drive or SSD, makes no difference that she can feel. But the restart is a lot faster. Spinning drives are less expensive for a specific capacity, but are slower than solid-state disk and more fragile. Yeah, but is that going to cause you a problem? The point in statistics where that makes a difference, for an individual machine, I'm not worried about it. If you want to save the money, have a larger space, depending upon what you're doing with the computer, I see this so often. People saying, never do such and such, never do such and such. My response is, it depends. What are you going to use the computer for? What are your objectives and priorities? Because you could easily spend money, extra money, based upon somebody else saying, oh, you should never do X, Y, Z. And they're just wrong for your mission, your purposes. So we've got to talk about, what are you going to do with the computer? All the machines but one have spinning drives. Most of my clients are still on spinning drives. I didn't go around and replace them all with SSDs. It doesn't matter to them. And I would be charging them my time for doing that and the part. Does not make sense. That doesn't mean that it's not worth recommending to an individual. Yes, it depends upon your circumstances. Do I seem frustrated over that conversation? Move on, Doug. Move on. I would get an SSD as your boot drive. I would never use an HDD in 23. That's what I argue against. No, 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 no. Now, Nick Poverman would never use a spinning hard disk drive. Fine. Because Nick Poverman is Nick Poverman. But all my clients out there, their computers still have spinning drives and they're working fine. They're fine. They are not Nick. The PC I now use is such and such. Look, okay, I gotta cut this off. I'll read through the rest of the messages. Well, there's some orange. John, if I remove my battery from my laptop, it loses the time and date, so I ordered a new CMOS battery for it. No, not right, not true. The CMOS battery is what keeps the date and time. If you remove the CMOS battery, it is perfectly normal for it to lose the date and time. We expect that. That is not a reason to order a new CMOS battery. If you shut your computer off and leave it disconnected from power for a long period of time, and then it loses date and time, that is a reason for replacing the CMOS battery. If I remove my oh, wait a minute, I misread this. Oh, it disconnects from power and removes the service battery. Then it loses date and time. Yes, you're right. I misread that. If you remove your service battery and disconnect it from power and it loses date and time, that is a CMOS battery issue. You're right. Sorry, I got to be careful about reading, about not misreading things. Okay. Overtime, Rand Israel, I think he means an optical disk drive. Rand Israel, I think he means an optical disk CD drive. I don't think that's what he meant. He made it pretty clear he meant a spinning drive, didn't he? Yeah, that was Al J with disk drive. Anyone use a disk drive PC? Al J, I think he made it clear that he meant spinning drive. The PCU's, oh wait a minute, here we go. The PC I use now is from 2018, 2 terabyte, and can use CD-ROMs. Okay, so is it really that you're looking for a CD drive? Maybe that's right. Thanks for the tip. I use the drive for ripping CDs and using old games. Maybe you're right. He's meaning CD drive. All right, terminology. Optical disk drive. This just in, week 10, send it to Quest. Okay, that's Fortnite. Let's keep moving on. You can get a battery test and also 10 test coin batteries. Yes, but the battery tester will cost more than the batteries. You can buy the coin batteries for less than it costs to buy a tester. So if a person's talking about their own laptop, they just need to replace the coin cell battery, then there's no point in buying a tester first. Of course, if you're looking at more computers, then yes, and I do have a couple of. In fact, I actually have a. This is what. Here again, I was misreading this. I earlier said, I think I talked about a voltmeter. Jeff is saying you can get a battery tester rather than a voltmeter, and yes, I have that as well, an actual battery tester. So that's a little more convenient than you take the leads of a voltmeter and try to put it on both sides of a coin cell battery. That's kind of awkward to do. So a battery tester, good idea. And I have a battery tester that tests all different kinds of batteries, including coin cells. Sometimes it's on my desk. No, not now. All right, Doug, shut up. Get away from here. Send everybody over to Ken. The redirect is set. There'll be a link that shows up that you can click on to go to it if the auto redirect doesn't work for you. There's my email address. If you'd like to send a question for me to respond to during one of the live shows, that's the way to do it. All right. Clicking now. Buy or sell, whatever your